What does the Quran say about stoning and lashes as punishment?
Well, hi Errol. To start with, stoning is not a Quranic punishment as per the Quran that we have now. The Quranic punishment in a verse that was displaced, which means was replaced by the verses of Quran that Prophet Muhammad has approved. It is mainly Islamic jurisprudence nowadays, is what we see in stoning. The Quran was clear, and what we have now in the verses of the Quran has stated lashes of 100 lashes to those who commit adultery, a man or a woman.
So it's jurisprudence, it's that body of law that exists now that they're pointing to as precedent for this. And I understand there is a very detailed procedure for how a stoning would be carried out. So tell me what it is Ashtiani is facing.
The burden of proof in adultery cases is quite erroneous, is quite difficult and heavy. The Quran is very clear about women who are accused of adultery, and that they have to have 4 witnesses who have witnessed the action, what we call the adultery action itself. While that is not the case for men, for instance, men, 2 witnesses will be quite sufficient. That is a way of the Quran of protecting women and asking for the 4 witnesses, who are usually 4 men, which usually in our religion would equal 8 women. But in this specific case, the 4 men are required, and the women's testimony here would be inadmissible.
So that's the evidence that's required to get here, but what will happen if in fact she does have to experience the stoning? How would that take place?
The stoning itself has a certain ritual where she will have to be covered and clothed and buried in sand and rocks, and it's kind of harsh to even describe it. But again, I would always say in defense of Islam that stoning to a certain extent is supposed to lead to death. But in this particular get together with you here, Errol, I would always say that Islam, when asked for lashes or instructed stoning, was not meant to be the painful, the harsh. It was supposed to be the public humiliation that was, after all, the aim and the reason for this.
And you are an Emirati national. What's different about the way Iran interprets the Quran and Islamic law than other countries here in the region?
Well, the UAE criminal law has a clear provision that states that since, of course, the UAE is a Muslim country, the criminal law here have a provision where all the hudud, what we call the hudud, are the crimes that were stipulated in Islam and have certain punishments in Islam, are to be, of course, executed in this country. But this provision is suspended here and is not implemented.